Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming, directed by Jon Watts, starring Tom Holland as Peter Parker and Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I can't really breathe through this thing, so I'm gonna take it off, okay? Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. After a year and a half of waiting and a little bit of taste in Captain America Civil War, we have Spider Man Homecoming. Fun movie. The story starts off as coming of age Spider Man saga rather than an origin story. We don't really see Uncle Ben. We don't really see him being bitten, or we don't see Spider Man being bitten by a radioactive spider. And we don't really see him from being scrawny to brawny. Sorry, ladies and gents. It just assumes that the audience already is aware on how Peter Parker became Spider-Man. The character is much more like a 12 to 14-year-old kid going through a high school where he carries some sense of innocence rather than some cocky or angsty teen-like feel to it. One character in particular, Ned, played by Jacob Batalon, kept Peter associated with the geeky and nerdy crowd. Although I think being geeky and nerdy right now is actually the trend. So if you're wearing glasses and you're fit and you look hot, just put on a pair of glasses and you're good. The movie is a high school movie mixed in with adventure stuff into it, made more as a setup for sequels after sequels after sequels after sequel. Most of the action sequences did not feel deep rooted, and it felt like I was watching cool stunts with cool graphics. It wasn't as intense as the Spider-Man movies in the early 2000s, except for one act in the film. I don't want to give it away, but it involves Spidey has to do this thing, and he has to do this something he hasn't tried yet in order to get this thing done. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to give it away, like name the city or something like that. Oh well, go watch it. Yeah, whatever. Go watch it. You'll figure it out. Lots of humor is incorporated into the action, and it counteracted some of the pace. For the most part, it was fine, but sometimes it gets in the way in some of the plots. At the end, there wasn't a lot of humor in the action, and the movie gets a little bit serious. But I really didn't feel invested into each sequence because I think the movie had a good flow. It was like watching a domino effect. When you watch a domino effect, you kind of predict like what's going to happen. So you know the move, the way how it moves a certain way, and it was predictable. There wasn't too much of an anticipation in the movie like it did in the earlier Spider-Mans. So that's one thing I wish they kind of had enhanced on in the movie. Michael Keaton's character as Vulture brought in some depth, and the story started to get interesting during the reveal. Jacob Batalon's character as Peter's BFF was funny, and he kept the character grounded and brought in some light that Spider-Man was still, he's still a kid. The best way I could describe this Spider-Man is that he's similar from Po from Kung Fu Panda, very eager to please, very naive, and very innocent. Po was fanboying on the Kung Fu Masters, and Peter Parker was fanboying on the adventures. The movie tried to make him this good kid who tried to do the right thing. But knowing kids, they're really not that innocent, and it surely ain't that nice. This is just my experience and perception about it, having lived through high school and surviving it. You need to have that angsty teen character-ish feel to it, or you kind of had to be like this little cocky kid in order to survive high school. Overall, the movie played it safe and had the right amount of flair to be a good Marvel's Universe film. I think this movie will probably have 2 to 3 more sequels before it goes a limp. as a grading system from blows to suck to meh to good to very good, I give this movie good. I'm the Fat Film Geek. As always, thank you for watching, whoever you are. Please comment below and let me know what you think. Subscribe, it's free. Thanks.